This is Simon Leviev, and he is a master of the credit card. Well, more specifically a master of credit card fraud. But his story does give us some important lessons on the uses and benefits of credit cards. For those of you that have not seen the Netflix documentary, The Tinder Swindler, I will see how quick I can summarize it for you. 3, 2, 1, go! He gets Tinder, pretends to be rich on Tinder, matches with girls on Tinder, takes said girls on expensive dates and trips using money from other girls he matched with on Tinder. Eventually pretends to have something terrible happen to him, so the girl will give him credit cards and take out loans for him, which he then uses to impress the next girl he meets on Tinder, and so on and so on. But if you want a better explanation, just watch the documentary. It's quite good. Now what can we learn from this? Well, firstly, credit cards are a great way to put an expense off to the next month. Maybe you need something immediately, but you don't quite have the money yet. A credit card is a great solution to this. But you must know that you will have enough money next month to be able to pay it off. Our buddy Simon here was clearly in desperate need of a $10,000 a night hotel. And being the smart guy that he is, he decided, I know, I'll put this on one of my other girlfriend's credit cards. This meant he had a whole month to get back on Tinder, find another girl, pretend to get in a relationship with her, then say, oh no, something tragic has happened to me, I need your credit card. Then use her credit card to pay off the original credit card debt. Or more accurately, with the Tinder Swindler, just use that extra money from the credit card to pay for more hotels and more holidays. What a guy. Although Simon clearly had the right idea, I would in fact make one slight alteration to his methods. I would in fact recommend not committing credit card fraud in order to pay off your credit card. And a little golden nugget for you here, a rule to remember. A rule to live by even. If you have to commit credit card fraud to pay off your credit card, then you shouldn't be buying it. You can't afford it. Now, the second thing we can learn from this documentary is that genuine millionaires/billionaires probably aren't on Tinder. So, if you happen to match with a millionaire or billionaire, then alarm bells should be going off, as they're probably not real. This isn't related to credit cards, I just thought it was worth mentioning. The next lesson is to be very careful with your credit cards, especially if they have a large credit limit. In most normal cases, if you lose your credit card or your credit card gets stolen and people spend money on it, what you can do is file a report and then you can claim that money back through your credit card company, and hopefully they will give you all the money that was lost. However, where things get foggy is when you decide to loan your credit card to someone. Maybe they say, oh, I just need it for a little bit and I promise I'll pay you back. And then they don't pay you back and you can't afford to pay it off. Now you're in a bit of a sticky situation and things aren't looking great. But fear not, as I have a golden rule which can save you from this situation. Repeat after me. I will not give credit cards or take out loans for somebody that I have just met on Tinder. How did you like that one? One of my better ones, I think. Our next lesson is more general, but very important still. If you're going into debt, it better be for a good reason. Now, I'm aware not everybody really has a choice in the matter. Sometimes you have bills to pay, you have food to put on the table. That's a different situation, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about avoidable credit card debt. I can't speak from experience here, but based on what happened to these ladies in the documentary, the way they must have been feeling having all these credit card companies, banks, loan companies, all hassling them to get them to pay it back, it must have felt absolutely horrible. I hope I never do experience this, but I can imagine it being an absolute nightmare. Not only that, but the negative mental health consequences of being in debt and having that hanging over you all the time can be really quite severe. So if you are in a position where you have some sort of control and can avoid it, then do avoid it. Now a final lesson. If you don't manage to stick to my first golden rule and you have to commit credit card fraud to pay off your credit card bill, then what you need to do is make your way to Israel. It appears our boy Simon is having the time of his life out there. He spent just 5 months in prison despite stealing millions of dollars through credit card fraud. But if you're looking to make money, legally I might add, then perhaps check out this video here. It might give you a few ideas that don't involve credit card fraud.